Okay, I want to cut a lining for the skirt, and the length of the skirt is 40 inches with 2 inches extra allowance up and down. So the line is going to be 30 inches. I think I have almost 30 inches here. This is like 29. All right, or 30 inches. I just reduced it with like 10 inches, and then I folded two fabrics. This one is going to be for the back. It will have a zipper allowance. Then the one on top is going to be for the front. This one is going to be for the back. Then because the skirt is flare shape, I'm not using the lining to be flare. I'm using the lining as A shape. So I've already leave out 1.5 inch for the zipper allowance here. So this is the waist area. My length is like 29. I reduce the length of the flare with 10 inches. So I'm going to measure my waist. Waist is 30 divided by 4, that's 7.5. Because the lining is going to be loose, so I'm adding 4 inches to it, 4. Then I'm coming down. So the distance between the waist and the hip is 8 inches. So that's where I'm going to measure my hip again. Hip is 38 divided by 4, that will be 9.5. I'll add 4 inches to it again. So all I'm going to do now is just to create an A shape from the waist to the hip down to the hem. Remember I said that since the skirt is flare, I'm not going to cut the lining as flare. I'm cutting the lining as A shape. So don't forget, you must leave 1.5 inch zip allowance for the back part. So don't forget. Now the next thing for me is just to cut the A shape, and I'm cutting both the front and the back together. Note that the front is folded and the back too is in 2 pieces. I left it open at this edge because it's going to have a zipper allowance. Okay, the last thing I'm doing, make sure you notch your zipper allowance on top, and then you come back to the lower part to notch it here, so you can know where the zipper allowance is. Then we'll go and sew it. We have cut our flare skirt. You can see this is the front part, this is the back part of the flare skirt. Remember, this is 2, and remember that we left 1.5 inch sewing allowance, zipper allowance rather, you understand, for the back part. The same thing with the lining, you can see that. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'll go and fix my zipper on the fabric. I'll go and fix this zipper on it, and after doing that, I'll do an inseam pocket. Inseam pocket, yes, I'll put an inseam. I'll show you how I'm going to put an inseam pocket on the fabric. After I've done that, then I'll come back to show you how I'm going to join the front and the back pattern together. I'll do the same thing, join the front and the back for the lining together too. Then I'll come back to show you how I'm going to fasten the lining inside the fabric. You understand? Then after that, I'll do the band, because this skirt is going to have a band. So I'll do the band, then I'll fasten the band on it. I'll go back to do the hemming, and our skirt will just be complete.